Alright, my people, welcome back onto this channel. Well, this is another strong one reaching us, still on the matter. Yoruba Nation are going back. Exactly what it is, exactly what the people are talking about. Presidency breaks silence on ability to label's 250,000 naira proposed minimum wage. Alright, my people, the news in details. The presidency has dismissed the demand by labor unions across the country for a 250,000 naira minimum wage, describing it as unrealistic and unaffordable. Presidential advisor Bayo Onanuga stated that neither the federal government nor the private sector can meet this demand. Onanuga noted that even the initial offer of 60,000 naira was rejected by governors, making labor's demand unattainable. Speaking on a live radio program, Crossfire on Nigerian Info 99.3 FM Lagos, Onanuga said the amount they are still demanding is unrealistic. It cannot be paid by the federal government. It cannot be paid by the private sector. All of them will shut down. And the governors have said they cannot pay the 60,000 naira that the private sector and the federal government were offering before. Well, meanwhile, that is where we are today. I think that Labour should reconsider its position. He added, if you look at the budget this year, 28 trillion naira, and you are paying 5 trillion naira on wages alone, what are you going to spend on the other things that the government does? The labor demand comes from after weeks of failed talks on a minimum wage. Organized labor had declared an indefinite industrial action on June 3rd, paralyzing businesses across the country and shutting down essential services. The labor unions argued that the current minimum wage of 30,000 naira can no longer cater to workers' well-being, citing the effect of petrol subsidy removal and the forex unification. They argued that the Minimum Wage Act of 2019, signed by former President Muhammadu Buhari, should be reviewed every 5 years to meet contemporary economic demands. This led to the inauguration of a tripartite committee by President Bola Tinubu in January 2024 to negotiate a minimum wage. Labor initial demands 615,000 naira, later reducing it to 494,000 naira, and then 250,000 naira. On the other hand, the government and the private sector offered 48,000 naira, 54,000 naira, 57,000 naira, and 60,000 naira, all rejected by labor. After a strike which was suspended for a week, the labor union resumed talks with the government, with the president directing the Minister of Finance to present a template for a new minimum wage. However, both sides again failed to reach an agreement, with labor demanding 250,000 naira and the government offering 62,000 naira. Presently, the president is being awaited to make a decision and send an executive bill to the National Assembly to pass a new minimum wage bill. All right, my people, this is exactly what is actually reaching us right now. Yeah, a lot of things are being said. Talking about the minimum wage, a lot of people do have actually reacted that this is something that you can easily pay, but we already understand why you don't want to pay this money, simply because you have seen it that if you pay this money, the people will not respect you. Like majority of people have actually said a lot of things that the government on its own part is just trying to be wicked on the masses. You have been, playing games all this while on these people, but one day is one day. God will surely fight for them. Stop Tinubu taxmaster from further trial and the error experiment with our lives, faith and the future. Yes, Biafra, yes, Yoruba nation, only Nigerians is the only Nigerians is the talk of this. Well, the truth of the matter remains that Yoruba nation is the solution. What has President Tinubu done with all the money from subsidy removal? Over a year now, please, what is happening to Tinubu? All the governors have been playing around with huge monthly allocations. All right, that's exactly what Julius Toye has said. And I come to think of it, you will now have to ask that question. All this money they've been getting from all the revenue they've been getting from the swept subsidy removal, what have they done with that? It's only the good Lord that will answer for us. Well, I personally, at this goat talking, he does not know how to talk to the public. He always talking nonsense. Okay, nonsense talk. Federal government just increased judiciary pay by 300% from the same 28 trillion naira you mentioned, and more so, you forgot to mention the output from the workers to the national revenue for working round the 360. That's so serious. Well, a lot of people have actually said all this before now. We already know what is going on. It's only the good Lord that will help us. We have said it times to that number. It is better if they know they cannot continue, they should allow us to go our separate ways. If they know they cannot cope anymore, they should allow us to be, because we have already seen it that nothing is working. Then let the people go so that they can have good life. You said no. How long are we going to continue like this? Well, we have said it times with that number. There is nothing God cannot do. No matter what this set of people try to do, no matter how they try to bring us down, to stop us, God is bigger than them. One day will be one day. We shall be freed, and they're freed forever. Yoruba nation is the answer, no going back. What more can we say? Meanwhile, let me have your own take on this, my people, and remember to subscribe for more updates if you are just joining us on this channel for the first time. All right, thanks and God bless.